Hello, beings of the world. I am Serene Dolphin, and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Welcome to my channel and to part one of a brand new series. As I said before, these part one videos are my favorite. I get so excited for them, and I'm excited to bring to you today the Undead Starting Experience. I am not very familiar with the Undead Starting Experience because I don't like playing Undead. Uh, I don't like it, it creeps me out, and I don't know why I decided to do this, but I decided to create one of the most gruesome looking undead I could manage, I guess, just to go all in, right? So, welcome to Undead Dolphin, and Undead Dolphin is a priest. It's going to be kind of weird because I don't have my shadow abilities. I'm going to be a shadow priest, and I'll go into it why it's kind of a weird choice for undead. But let's go ahead and get started here. We currently cannot move. I cannot move. I need to talk to Agatha here in order to get up. And boom, there I am. Fresh out of the grave. Undead Dolphin. Rise, Undead Dolphin. Welcome back to the realm of the living. With the blessing and power of the Dark Lady, I have freed you from death's grip. You are no slave, Undead Dolphin. You are free to follow whatever path you choose from here. If you choose to serve the Dark Lady Sylvanas, I recommend you speak with Undertaker Mordo. You will find him behind me in the graveyard. Report to Undertaker Mordo at the Death Knell Graves in Tirisfal Glades. Graves, Glades. Okay. Um, so, it's interesting that they say that because, I guess, technically, you could go on and do your own thing and level completely by just killing mobs and stuff like that, but if you're going to follow the quest, as we're going to be doing, you are basically going to follow Sylvanas. You you are not exactly Sylvanas' slave, but pretty much, uh, yeah, that's who you serve. All in the name for the Lady Sylvanas.
And you,
Fresh out of the grave. Hello there. You must be Undead Dolphin? The Shadow Grave. I'm pleased to see that you're up and walking around, Undead Dolphin. You've held up nicely, especially after being dead for so long. Others weren't as lucky. If you wouldn't mind, I need you to fetch my embalming fluid and some twine to stitch up these bodies. You'll find both in the Shadow Grave, the building just behind me. Here, Darnell will join you. He knows the way. Obtain the thick embalming fluid and the corpse stitching twine from the Shadow Grave and Death Knell.
beware the living.
Yeah, kind of gruesome. It's saying right here, but I thought we had to go in. Oh, you know what? It's because it's underground. He said Darnell will show me the way, but Darnell's actually following me, so, you know. Oh, now he says this way. Okay, now he's showing us the way. Oh, he can't find them. Hey, do you think maybe they're on this table? There's the twine. There's the embalming fluid. Alright, Darnell, we got the stuff. You can stop looking now. You... Oh, okay. You stay down here and keep looking. I will move on.
Hello?
The Shadow Grave. You will find the items within the Shadow Grave. I believe I left them on my work table. You did indeed. Exactly what I needed. You'll be an asset to the Forsaken, Undead Dolphin. You know, word has it that you were quite the priest in your previous life. Perhaps I should assign you to a more exciting task. those that couldn't be saved. The Valkyr raise hundreds of corpses every day. Hundreds of corpses every day? How many dead are there? I thought they would have run out by now. Sorry, that just kind of surprised me. Agatha raised you just a few moments ago. Not all are as lucky as you, however. Some maintain their free will, but live in constant fear and confusion. They usually run off into the woods, cowering at their own reflections. Others lose their minds completely, shambling about aimlessly. They often turn to violence and must be destroyed. This is your task, undead dolphin. Destroy them, our former brothers and sisters, though they might be. Kill 6 mindless zombies. For stuff. For gloves, for whatever have you. They're just right here. We don't have to go. Oh! There we go. I was about to say, I just saw a quest on my map here.
What is it?
The Awakening. King, peasant, or priest, I don't care what you were before. I just need somebody with a working tongue. Being raised from the dead is strenuous. Not everyone copes with it as well as you did. In particular, there are 3 newly raised undead who are having trouble coping right now. I want you to find them and talk to them. It might be that they just need someone that they can relate with. You'll find them here in the graveyard. Speak with Marshal Redpath. Oh, Marshal Redpath. Lillian Voss and Valdrin Moray. And Lillian. I've never heard of Valdrin Moray.
No one.
Sometime in the future, I don't know how near or far of a future, we will discover the fate of Marshal Redpath. And Lillian Voss is actually going to be a recurring character, I think, in this zone.
I'm listening.
What's going on? Who are you? What happened to me? Don't you remember? You died. I died? Yes, you're right. I died. It was an orc. He cut off my hands and left me to die. Valdred looks down at his hands. These aren't my hands. These aren't my hands. Calm down, Valdred. Undertaker Mordo probably sewed some new ones on for you. Valdred looks back down at his hands. I suppose this is my fate, then. Ha! Part of an undead army. Somehow I never considered that I might end up fighting for the Forsaken. He looks back up at you. What do I do now? You talk to Undertaker Mordo. He'll tell you what to do. That's all I know.
Victory for Sylvanas.
Okay. Oh, he's totally gone sane. He's like, yep, I understand. This is my fate now. Yeah. We did good work. Here's Lillian Voss, who's cowering.
What is it you ask?
Get away from me, you abomination. I'm not an abomination. I'm simply undead. I just want to speak with you. The undead are a taint upon Azeroth. Every one of you creatures deserves to be destroyed. Lillian, do you realize that you are undead yourself? No, you're lying. My father will protect me. And, there she goes, I guess, to find her father. See how that goes. Marshal Redpath. Oh. I'm kind of sad that this has happened to you.
I'm listening.
Stand back, monster. You want to fight? Because I'll fight you. I'll fight any one of you creatures. Do you hear me? I'm not here to fight. I've only been asked to speak with you. Oh, really? Fine. I don't want to join you in your Forsaken. Maybe I'll start my own Forsaken. Maybe I'll invent Forsaken with elbows. You are free to do whatever you like. Okay, so he's not accepting that he's a Forsaken. Uh, he's gone on his own path, so, you know, whatever. He's free to do so. And now let's go ahead and kill some zombies using Smite. And, did I say ow? I hope I did. That's highly appropriate. Or maybe I said ow because he hit me. Anyway. Oh, good. Get a damage over time ability. And a shadow spell. So, here's why it kind of doesn't make sense. Unless you go shadow, which is fine. And that is, if you know the light and holy spells and stuff like that, you'll know that it is particularly painful for undead creatures. And demons too, maybe? I don't remember. And so if you're like, but wait, you're using them? Yeah, it's literally searing me to use, my holy spells. Like, it's highly painful. And it takes an extreme amount of will to be able to perform this. And there is examples of undead priests in who are holy and discipline. The two specs that use holy spells. I think there's at least one in the lore. I don't remember who it is. For some reason Bartholomew comes to my head, but that's probably just a random name I'm thinking of. But it's far from easy. Probably one of the most difficult, most difficult class for undead to be. Unless you go shadow, which then once we go shadow, we'll stop using our holy spells. Because, yeah, why would we do so?
Speak quickly.
The Awakening. You've done well, priest. As you can see, not all of us have resigned to our fates. I am glad to see that you're at least willing to work. Valdred will be a valuable asset to the Forsaken. As for the other two, there is not much we can do. We cannot force them to join us. Beyond the Graves. Darnell tells me that the two of you have already met, yet he's just appeared behind me. That's good, because I'm sending you both into Death Knell. Your work here is done here. Speak with Deathguard Saltaine in Death Knell to the north. He will tell you more of what you must know. Speak with Deathguard Saltaine at Death Knell in Tirisfal Glades. Okay, and you're gonna follow me? That's fine. Let's talk to Mordo. Those that couldn't be saved. Not even the power of the Valkyr was enough to save these creatures. They were doomed from the beginning. I have obtained some equipment for you, Undead Dolphin. It's not much, but it will help. I'll take the gloves, please. Yep, and we get a flash heal. I think that might be the one exception to the holy spell that I might use, because heals are just really darn useful. I'll try not to use it if I can help it. All the spells you learn between levels 1 and 10 are things that all priests can use, no matter what spec. That goes for any class. Everything you learn 1 to 10 is, I think 1 through 9 technically. Like, I think 10 is when you learn your specialization. So 1 through 9 is all stuff that every spec can learn, and then you learn your class specifics at 10. So, you know, we could still use Smite even if we're Shadow, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. I might say to heck with it and use it anyway. I shouldn't make promises I'm not sure I intend to keep. Beyond the Graves. Those Valkyr have been really busy resurrecting you newbies lately. I've already seen a couple dozen new bodies run down that hill since this morning. You, however, are the most promising priest I've seen today. Well, hopefully there's not too many priests. We've been shipping in dead bodies from Silverpine, Hillsbrad, hell, anywhere we can get them from. We can't, however, afford to ignore the bodies, which are sitting right on our front doorstep. The last vestiges of the Scarlet Crusade roam here in Tirisfal Glades. While we've managed to push them from Death Knell, several of their bodies litter the buildings to the north and east. Go find them and bring that Darnell fellow with you. He looks strong enough to carry a few corpses. Search Death Knell and the vicinity for 6 scarlet corpses, then point at them so Darnell can pick them up. I guess we're assuming Darnell is not smart enough to actually do this on his own. But it's probably a good, correct that I am too weak to do it myself. Scourge on our perimeter. If you're going to be an asset to the Forsaken, you need to learn how to fight. And there's no better target than the Scourge minions that continue to pester us. The wretched ghouls and rattle-caged skeletons that roam the north and to the east are former troopers of the fallen Scourge. They should prove to be an even match for a fledgling priest like you. Do not tarry. When you are done, speak to me again. Kill 8 undead outside of Death Knell. You may kill either wretched ghouls or rattle-caged skeletons. Sure. Sounds great. Alright. So we kind of gotta go here. Corpses. In case you can't see the glowing things on the ground, as if that wasn't enough, we got these giant arrows pointing to them. I'm just gonna go ahead and gather the corpses first. I just find it amusing. Like, I know WoW is easy. Like, and because it's easy, I feel like this is overkill, I feel like this is unnecessary and kind of a bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Insulting, I guess? That they included those because... Oh, now they've gone away, I was about to say. Alright, now that you got all those corpses, you're gonna have to carry them around, because now I'm going to fight. Maybe I should have fight first, and so you didn't have to carry them all, but I'm sadistic like that, what can I say? I'm undead. I will say, Darnell, you're quite strong. You're carrying the equivalent of 6 of you. Good job. So, but then again, maybe their target audience isn't just, I'm kind of guessing, like, I have this mind that, and I shouldn't assume things, that, the general WoW player base is all about my age, or somewhat, which is to say that WoW was released during our teenage years. So I'm a little younger than older. Mine was, I was still in high school when WoW came out. Even though I didn't play WoW until I was in college, I didn't actually have the means to play WoW for a long time. And so I didn't get to play WoW. And I was introduced to it in college by well, he's my ex now, but he introduced me, and then I just never looked back. I never looked back. I have fond memories from that time. It's a real treat to explore it for the first time. I'll continue this thought after I get these quests turned in. Recruitment. Great work, Undead Dolphin. I knew you weren't useless. Well, thanks for that. Here, take one of these. We Death Guards have piles of these things just sitting around. I'll take the
Embrace
belt.
shadow.
There you go. You get to unload your burdens, Darnell. He also disappeared, too.
I am
Scourge on our perimeter. You're growing in strength, Undead Dolphin. I've seen your type before. You will be moving out of Deathnell and on to greater things before long. Just make sure you don't lose sight of where you started. You have much to accomplish, Priest. They're really not an upgrade, but I'll go ahead. Power Word Shield. One of my favorite abilities as a priest. Novice Elreth. Why don't you go speak with my novice, Elreth? She serves me and will have some tasks to which you can apply your new abilities. Speak to Novice Elreth at Deathnell and Tirisfal Glades. Oh, we don't have to go very far.
I haven't got
Novice
all day.
Elreth. May the Dark Lady watch over you, Undead Dolphin. The Truth of the Grave. Earlier on, I saw a young forsaken woman running towards the old inn. She was screaming for her life, pleading to be taken back home. Not all of us are as resolute as others, Undead Dolphin. Even so, we must accept our fate as undead if we are to rise up against those that would put us down. Take my hand mirror and show it to the young woman. She needs to see what she really is and join us in our cause. Besides, we can use all the bodies that we can get. Find Lillian Voss inside the large inn at Deathnell, and speak with her to show her Elder's hand mirror.
Do not seek death.
Okay, so Lillian Voss did not get very far. She went to the first sign of civilization she could find, and now she's... I am not in the right building. And she is kind of having some trouble. I guess she's upstairs. No? This is the end, though, isn't it? Did I pass her up? Are you guys saying, she's right there, what is wrong with you? Oh, yeah, she's hiding back here. Lillian?
I live my life in
Get
the
away from me,
shadows.
you monster. Don't look at me. I'm hideous. You're not hideous, Lillian. You're one of us. Here, look in this mirror. See for yourself.
Keep your guard up.
You don't understand. I can't be undead. Not me, not now. Well, that went well. I had a feeling it wasn't going to go well, though. Here, I know you're scared and upset, but let me show you your new face. And it's all, like, mangled and garbled and stuff like that. Yeah. She didn't accept it.
What do you require?
The Truth of the Grave. You say she ran away? What a shame. Very well, as long as she's maintained her free will, there's still hope. I don't know about that one. The Executor in the Field. I can keep you busy here in town all week, but you seem to be more of the fighting type. Elrith looks you over and nods. Yes, you'll do just fine. I'd like you to go talk to Executor Aaron. Follow the path north out of Deathnell. You'll find him not far past the barricades. Report to Executor Aaron.
Embrace the shadow.
Sure thing. So what I was saying earlier was, I assume, probably incorrectly now, that everyone's my age just because, you know, we grew up with WoW and stuff like that. But, you know, honestly, a lot of people my age, and that includes myself too, have family, have children, may not have time to play WoW, have a career, you know, all that jazz, and that new blood is, comes into WoW all the time. You know, children who have more time on their hands. I happen to have some time on my hands, that's why I still play. Not as much as I used to, but I still have some. And, and so maybe children are playing this. I plan to introduce my daughter at some point when she's old enough. And I don't know, maybe I shouldn't take it as an insult. Maybe that's for the children. It is the starting zone, after all.
Speak quickly.
The executor in the field. What do we have here? A new priest ready for battle, eh? That's me. The damned. First of all, look at your armor. You're a mess, priest. If you'd like to stay in one piece, and I've no doubt you do, perhaps I can help. If you can gather some paws and wings from the wolves and bats nearby, maybe I'll find some armor for you. You'll find the creatures to the north and to the west of here. Obtain 4 scavenger paws and 4 dusk bat wings.
Watch your
I don't understand what you need them for, though. Like, what's the point? What are you going to use it for? Anyway, just pop on the shield. Throw some smites in there, and yeah, you don't even take damage. It's pretty OP. So, yeah, makes it quite easy. We'll just go ahead and get the rest of these guys. Thanks to the Cataclysm way of everyone drops their what do you call it? I mean, I just call it a drop, but their items, it goes a lot quicker. When it says you need 8 items, you can expect to fight exactly 8 things. Oops, didn't put on my shield. I know this isn't the most exciting combat. You don't have very many abilities at the beginning, and usually, for all classes, it's just a matter of spamming one of the spells, and then that's basically it. Like, in our case, it's Smite. But they get more varied. When WoW first came out, people had you had tons of abilities. In fact, if you recall, and I know those who are familiar with WoW probably do, you actually had access to every single ability of that class. Didn't matter what spec, you could have access to it all. So it's a lot. The damned. Do try your best to keep yourself unharmed until I get you some armor. Well, I have a spell for that, so I'm pretty good. Thank you, Undead Dolphin. This armor should help you out. Hopefully, it should do you more good than the last one to wear it. I see, I'm using hand-me-downs. Oh well, whatever. Ooh, I got Mind Blast. Excellent. Nightweb's Hollow. One of our greatest struggles is obtaining the natural resources we need to survive. Gold was scarce in Lordaeron, even in the height of the Alliance's power so many years ago. There is a gold mine to the west that has been overrun with spiders. We need gold from the mine, but we can't very well get it while the spiders are crawling around in there. I've not much manpower to commit to the task, so we'll just have to do it little by little. Get up there and see what you can do for us, Undead Dolphin. Kill 8 young nightweb spiders and 5 nightweb spiders.
Trust no one.
And we'll get a chest for that. Alright, so we'll go ahead and finish this quest, and then I think that will do it for today. Um, Man, I don't know about you guys, but it seems like these videos just go by so fast for me, like just a flash. I have to really watch it, or I could easily make these like an hour long. And I suppose I could do, but uh, then you would, I don't know, like, I feel like breaking it up into smaller episodes is actually a good thing. Oh, you know, smaller bites is better? I think so. Um, Namely, though, because, like, I know some of my favorite YouTubers, I watch Gopher, for example, his usually average around 50 minutes to an hour. And I find more often than not that I can't finish a whole video in one sitting. Something comes up, um, I get interrupted, something like that. And and then I forget, like I forget what just happened. Sometimes my daughter gets a hold of the phone, and I lose my place. Uh, Many things. And so I prefer getting the whole story, getting the whole everything in one sitting. And that's also why at the next video, I recap what we did last time to kind of, you know, get everyone caught up, make sure that they knew where we were in the story and all that jazz. So, so yeah, it's the nightweb spiders are actually in the mine here. Um, so as I was saying earlier, you had access to. Now that doesn't mean, actually, the intent was for you to pick and choose, and not take every single spell offered. Oh, I thought that was gonna bug out for a second. Which, honestly, it was kind of, I didn't like the design because I want to pick up everything available, uh, you know, but you're quite limited with money. Money was a precious commodity, in Vanilla WoW, and, often, it was not uncommon to you to not even have enough money to pick up, everything available to you at your level, even in your own spec, depending on what you used your money on and stuff, depending on how much you had. So, uh, but as the years went on, uh, I don't know when they took it out. I'm not my time in WoW has been very sporadic, and honestly, even though I started in Wrath of the Lich King expansion, and when I say I started, I meant like right at the beginning of Wrath of the Lich King. Like that's that's just the timing it happened. I actually was aware of WoW and wanting to play during the Burning Crusade expansion, but I didn't have the means to, so I just watched my ex play it on his computer and just being there envious. Sometimes he would let me play, so I got to play a little bit, got to try it out. But yeah, that's when I came in. And I played sporadically since then, on and off, and I just don't remember when things changed. But yeah, to finish this thought real quick, um, we they took they started they would, some people would call it pruning, abilities, but they took out the ability for you to have whatever spec, you know, ability from whatever spec. You were limited to your own spec, but then they had dual spec. They put that in, um, so you could have more than one, but you had to pay a lot of money for it. and then they trimmed down your abilities. So then at one point, it just seemed like some of my characters, they only had like 4 abilities they used all the time and stuff like that. It was like, too much trimming down. Some people call it dumbing down. I'm not going to go that far, but the amount of abilities you had was trimmed down considerably. And now, in Shadowlands, their philosophy is they want to give you something every level, whether it's a talent point, which don't have access to yet, or an ability, or something like that. They want to reward you. So they brought some abilities back, and you'll have abilities in the first 9 levels from all the specs. So like Smite is Holy, Power Word Shield is Discipline, and of course Shadow Word Pain and Mind Blast are Shadow. So you get a little bit of every spec in the first 9 levels. Night Web's Hollow. Well, it's a start. It'll take a few weeks or months to fully clean out the infestation. After that, we'll have to get down there with some torches to burn away the webbing. You've done your duty well, Undead Dolphin. Thank you very much for that. Alright. No better than the zombies. While you were inside that cave, your big friend Darnell came by with some alarming news. Since the Valkyr arrived, we've seen more and more undead that chose not to join our forces under the banner of the Dark Lady. They've been gathering at a small camp here in the valley, and now they've organized forces. They plan to attack Deathnell, Priest. Darnell is just down the road to the east. Be careful, Undead Dolphin. While those undead aren't completely brainless, they're still not quite right in the head. Report to Darnell at Deathnell in Tirisfal Glades. Alright. We get upgrade. Looks like we could choose whichever one. Okay. So, but we'll go ahead and stop it there. Here, let me zoom in so you can see my hideous face. Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was hideous. I'm all stitched together, bones showing. Yeah. Anyway, that's going to be all for today. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and leave a like below. If you have questions, remarks, criticism, praise, go ahead and use the comment section. And if you really like what you saw and you want to know when the next Undead video is coming out, subscribe and you will get that information. Thank you so much everyone for watching. Take care, and I will see you next time.